Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. Next on Madden Football.
Let's go! Here we go!
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here is the Spring League star, Jake Bates, set to get this one going. And we're underway here in South Philly. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback, it's Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
Dotson, the man in motion. To the air right away is Hurts. He finds Devontae Smith. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll get to the 40 on a short gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He finds Jahan Dotson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. And they'll throw here with Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Brian Branch in on the tackle. Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Now Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. And it sets up 4th down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. #1 overall pick in 2016 leads them out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here certainly help him achieve that goal.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff going to open up with a throw. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Williams in motion. Goff to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is a situation where you just have to be a little bit more decisive with the ball in your hand. I mean, at some point, it's got to come out. You cannot continue to stress your protection over time like he did here. And to take that hit after that amount of time, that falls completely on the shoulders of the quarterback.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Britton Covey now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And that's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Hurts will work here from the pistol. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. A pickup there of 13. First down, Philadelphia.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
A second down throw for Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. But I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Quick throw on the RPO to Goddard. He is in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles move out to a 7-3 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On second down, Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll only get down to around the 42. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll go play action with Goff. Working free downfield, it is Williams. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Goff to throw. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end. And they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions are on top. It's now 10-7. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Off he goes.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, They feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down. Once again, it's Barkley. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Williams in motion. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And the defense thinking they have the safety here, but the spot is just outside the goal line. Good play, but no 2 points.
These situations here, Mike, you can see this defensive line is just chomping at the bit. They can see a safety coming. They don't quite get the safety in this case. They still hold him to no gain. Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, bring the quarterback down, and they'll walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points. And that's exactly what they were able to do.
So after giving up the lead with that safety, they're also going to give up the football. It's a free kick from the 20. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. First and 10. Hurts He runs with it.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Hurts. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll be 3rd down.
So often we see when those balls get deflected up into the air, they usually turn into interceptions. I think the offense dodged a bullet here, and they're fortunate there was nobody in the area to come down with that pick.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Now, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Patrick motioning here. A 2nd down throw for Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
So, on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Third and 6. Now Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they will remain down by 1.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
On 1st down, it's Goff. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. A run up the gut with Montgomery. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Now a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Off the play fake, Hurts. That's caught downfield by Smith. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. Man in motion is Smith. Hurts to the air on first down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And that will lead to a second down. Now Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. To throw, Hurts. That's taken in by Dotson. And he's going to have the first down, and that one good for 9, and the drive continues.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Hurts to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up first and goal.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he will take it in himself. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The ability for the quarterback to run with it. Greg, great choice there as he gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, what makes the zone read so effective down near the goal line is it forces the defense to account for an extra player. In this case, it's the quarterback. And when he sees that end crash, he pulls it, and he's able to take it in himself.
Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Eagles will open up a 6-point lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Williams in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball, that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Goff. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
What a great job in this game by the defensive coordinator, continuing to put his players in position to succeed. And boy, have they taken advantage of it. But on the other side, they got to do something different. They got to bring in some extra blockers. They got to change up and go max protection. They have to give their quarterback a little bit of time, or else they've got no shot.
Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Here's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Big-time play for Philly. 35 yards.
This defense is going to have to come up with some answers at halftime because they cannot allow this quarterback to just continue to have his way with them on the ground using his legs. And that's exactly what's happened so far here in the first half, and they're going to have to get that fixed and fixed quickly.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5.
The key coming into the game, anytime you're about to defend a quarterback like this, is it's not so much about rushing the quarterback for a sack as much as it is about rushing a quarterback to keep him in the pocket. He is more dangerous when he's able to escape. Keep the integrity of your rush lanes. Rush as a unit. You can see here, when you don't, he gets out of the pocket, and it's a big play.
And he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. One more time, they try Barkley. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Now Hurts, gonna call his own number. And he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Reynolds now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Right side, he's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. That'll be picked up by the Eagles.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go play action with, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
A second down throw for Goff. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And now it's going to be third down. To throw is Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On third down, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
To throw on second down is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. Second time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Hurts will try it again. The open receiver is Dotson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Hurts again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To the air again. Hurts. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Again, Hurts. Open man, Devontae Smith. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Reynolds now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Now, Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The home team's offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to him with another drive here. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure is good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Here's 3rd and 7. Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The visitors' offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
One final throw before the break. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He accounted for 3 touchdowns in that first half. 1 in the air, 2 more on the ground. And he's been electrifying to this point.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Reynolds now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Goff. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Throwing on second down, Goff. He'll get this out wide. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. Second down and 8. To throw, Hurts. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And a nice job. They pick it up. First down. The march continues. They're at the 41-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
A second down throw for Hurts. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
This one is caught by Dotson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Off the play fake, Hurts. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Hurts will work here from the pistol. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third down and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Back to the drawing board for this run game, Mike. The offensive coordinator and his staff, they have to do a better job giving plays, giving opportunities to their offense to find success on the ground. Because right now, they have no answers for this defense.
A second down throw for Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he will go all the way. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Here's Bates for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Lions are able to cut into the deficit. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Now he'll run it. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
When you're game planning during the week for a mobile quarterback like this, on every down, you have to have somebody to account for him. You can see why here. He's able to escape the pocket, turn into a runner, and he can take every play and make it a big play.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for an Eagles 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short. of the first down.
On fourth down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And that is no good. He missed it. And their lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Pass completed is St. Brown.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
So the best thing this wide receiver is able to do here, Mike, on this crossing route is once he gets the ball in his hands, he's able to put his foot in the ground and get vertical. So often you see these guys get strung out sideline to sideline, and they're not able to pick up big yards after the catch. So really nice job here, and it leads to a big gain.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On play action, Goff. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Covey now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's going to run it.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Lions will take over possession here at the 44.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
3rd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Detroit.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
On 1st and 10, it's Montgomery. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Williams in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's to the big tight end, Laporta.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. He's got it at the 3. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Montgomery. What a move! He's in! David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Covey now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions.
In trouble, and down he goes. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. This is intercepted. Picked off by Amik Robertson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Lions offense and their running back set to go once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. First and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Into the hands of Brock Wright. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. They'll go play action with Goff. That one taken in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. That his second touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Hurts working in the pistol. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll be taken down. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
3rd and goal for Hurts. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. He connects with St. Brown. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll run to the right with Montgomery. Williams in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. To throw is Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. A gain there of 20. Good for an Eagles first down.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Now he takes off. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. And that last run sets a new NFL record. Most rush yards in a single game by a quarterback. It was set by Justin Fields when he was with the Bears. He had 178 on the ground in 2022. This game tops that. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's a 2nd and 6. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Hurts. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
This is all about sensing the pressure. You can see him keeping his eyes downfield as long as he can. But ultimately he decides, I got to tuck this ball and become a runner. He's able to avoid the sack, pick up some positive yards.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
A run up the middle with Barkley. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. A run with Barkley. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Now Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Working the sideline, that's St. Brown. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Goff. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake. Here's... Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Eagles have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
A pistol snap, back to Hurts. Quickly to the outside and complete. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28. Man in motion is Brown. On 1st down, it's Hurts. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. He'll tuck it and take off. And the quarterback scrambling maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. That is caught, back corner of the end zone. Devontae Smith, touchdown Philadelphia. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, Tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball, and that's what he's done in this one. Here's 1st and 10. Williams in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's 2nd down. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Montgomery. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Now on 2nd and long. They'll run here. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before third down. They'll run. So, a big one looming for Jake Bates. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He connects downfield to Dotson. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick, and they walk away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.